What's happening, y'all? What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Y'all come on in. What's good, y'all? Y'all come on in. What's good, y'all? Oh yeah, I'm still free, honey. I'm still free. Shockingly, surprising. I'm still free, honey. I need more enthusiasm. Honey, I ain't got none for you. I'm tired. I've been at work all day. This is all I got for y'all. So deal with it, honey. Hey y'all. Mm. This shit down, cuz what the hell? Or up, cuz what the hell? Y'all know I get started at the 10-minute mark, so don't come up in here rushing me, girl. It's already 5 minutes. I see old no face still ain't one. Still ain't one what? What you talk about, Silver Sweet? Who still ain't one? Excuse me. Who still ain't one what? Who winning? Ain't winning. Me too. Me too. I like Heart and Hustle. Remember No Truth said she was gonna like it. Oh yeah. Sure. Look, I'm over her. All right. Like, honestly, at first, I thought going in letting have was gonna be fun, but she a punk ass bitch. So, like, I'm just losing interest. Like, I thought it was gonna be fun. I thought it was gonna be interesting and all of that. But to be honest, it's never no fun when people who claim to be about it really ain't about it. And so it's just is mm, yeah. And Catherine, I told you umpteen times, I don't need you. I don't need you, girl. Is it the 10-minute mark yet? No, close. You said you watched the episode. It was nice. What's good to everybody coming in? Shout out to all of y'all. Hey, my favorite blogger. Okay, period. What's good, Pooh? It seemed like a classy based show. It is for the most part. Although there was a couple of things that happened in this episode that I do want to talk about and discuss with Latoria, in particular. But other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it. Listen, I was just tired yesterday. I was sick of YouTube. I ain't want to look at YouTube no more yesterday. I did see the show. I was supposed to give it to y'all yesterday, but I'm sick of looking at YouTube face. All right, so I just said I'll talk about it tomorrow. And so here we are. Hey Don D, what's good? What's good, Kawan? What's good to everybody that's coming up in here, child? Y'all ain't missing nothing. I'm about to get started in less than a minute. Besides, Catherine, you don't need to be worrying about getting my shit. Get your shit together, Catherine. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about this. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You get yourself together. Don't worry about this. This is minuscule to what you was feeling like. So don't worry about none of this, honey. I got this. All right. And it's boring the hell out of me. So, no. Um, 10. Heart and Hustle Houston. Heart and Hustle Houston. Guess I said Hustle. This is season 1, episode 3. Very classy. Very demure. Which I guess this episode was. Which I guess is what this episode was. I didn't mind the episode. Like, I don't wish to fast forward through a lot of it like I do with that other show and some other shows. So it's actually a decent show. And I don't care when nobody come into my comments and say, if y'all feel differently about it, that's y'all opinion. Don't force y'all opinion on me. That's y'all opinion. I like the show. Like, if y'all don't like this show, and then you don't like Love and Marriage Transville, and you don't like Bell Collective, and then you don't like Housewives, like, bitch, y'all are the problem. Okay? Period. But anyway, Chloe and her Yorkie, Romeo, at home chilling, and then Ro calls her and whatnot, and then she tells Ro about hearing from Latoria about what Alana said. Now listen, I don't look. This is why I got an issue with the game of telephone. And if you're not going to say, well, yeah, it's a game of telephone. And if you're not going to say exactly what was said, then I don't need you to like give out any stories. And this is what I mean by that. Chloe, you got your ass up here and basically said that you heard from Latoria that Elena said she's not good enough for a person like Josh. And then Ro got her confessionals hot and back. Ro got her confessionals hot about how that was disrespectful and that was a low blow. And that's her being insecure about her marriage. And that was more so what Chloe said. And then Chloe said that she was just going to blow it off. And then Ro tells her, no, don't blow it off. Just confront it instead of letting it linger. Ro, I really wished you would have heard exactly what was said, because that was not what Alana said. Alana said she can't pull the caliber of man like Josh. Now, when she said that, I was just like, I mean, I guess, Alana, I guess. I mean, why would she want a man like yours, considering what the hell y'all going through? Like, y'all already laid up in separate bedrooms. So it's like, do she necessarily want a nigga like yours? But at the end of the day, Chloe, you can't get mad at what she gave, because what you said was disrespectful as fuck. It was. You had no business. You had no business bringing that level of truth to this woman who is supposed to be your friend. And then, my bad, I had to send that. You had no business saying anything like that about that man on national cameras. And she's supposed to be your good Judy, your best friend, your ride or die. It was disrespectful, Chloe. I don't give a fuck what you said, because if that was said about your late husband, you wouldn't have liked it. You wouldn't have liked it. And Ro, I like you the long way, Ro, and I especially like you more after this episode. But Ro, girl, please. All right, girl, please. What she said wasn't nearly as disrespectful as what she said about her husband to her damn face. You understand? So I feel like this. One disrespect deserves another disrespect. So how dare Chloe get all in her bag and in her feelings? Girl, you started it. You talked about her husband, so she let it be known. Girl, you talking about him, but you couldn't pull a nigga like him on your worst day. Best day, worst day, midday, whichever. Just take it under the chin. Chloe, take it under the chin. And roll mind your business, okay? And quit being damn nosy, because that is not what Latoya said to that damn girl. See, Chloe made it sound as messy as she could possibly say it. Now, don't get me wrong. What she said was messy, but that wasn't what she said. And that's the problem that I got with the game of telephone. If you're gonna say what somebody said about you, say what's said verbatim. Don't go run around here adding in different extra amount of salt and paprika and shit like that. Don't do that, because that's how things get muddied up. Anyway, so Labrina shut her spa down for a couple of hours. She didn't shut it down for no day. Labrina quit lying. Labrina shut that whole down for about an hour and a half, maybe. All right, just so that these ladies could come and film this scene. But she invited everybody except for Chloe and Alana, because of the bad energy between them, and she just wanted a relaxed spa date. I'm gonna tell you something right now, Labrina. You lucky, you lucky they decided to take that under the chin and really not say nothing, because I can for sure tell you. I can for sure tell you, had this been any other reality show, Labrina, they would have been on your ass. If this was Housewives, if this was Roa, they'd have been on your ass. If this was Potomac, they'd have been on your ass. If this was Basketball Wives, the older seasons, they would have been on your ass. They would have been, because they would have been like, girl, we ain't even been around each other. Like, it's episode 3. Like, why is we starting division and not saying that's what you doing, Labrina, but that's the way it comes off. Episode 3, season 1, we shouldn't even be seeing that type of division. Like, if you're gonna have something for all the ladies, have it with all the ladies. And even if something do go down between Alana and Chloe, so the hell what? Supposedly they've been friends for over 10 years. That's what best friends do. Girl, they'll be all right. They'll cuss each other out, probably not speak for an hour or so, and then the next time y'all come back together is all lovey-dovey, and it is this, that thing, and the other. Like, I really didn't appreciate that, Labrina, because you're setting the stage for a divisive group already. You are. Like, they didn't even go through nothing that deep to where they should not have been invited. Honestly, like what they went through, girl, they didn't raise their voice. Nobody called each other a bitch or a hoe. Nobody threw nothing at the other. Nobody tried to charge at the other. Both of them stayed in a seat. Both of them agreed to disagreed, even though they felt the way. Like it did. In my opinion, Labrina, I feel like if there is a divisiveness in the group, I mean, you kind of started it because of this shit. I understand it, but okay. Okay, Labrina, because I like it. So I ain't finna give you too much. Okay. But if you felt that's what was best, but I ain't necessarily think what they had going on was that deep that they shouldn't have been invited. Like, but okay. Um, Labrina asked Latoria about Devin, what's going on with him. And then Latoya says she's looking for a spiritual guy, somebody that could cover her when she needs, but she makes it clear she's single, not desperate. Latoya calls Devin and she invites him to a happy hour. He agrees, although it's gonna be like 2 weeks later. Listen, this is what I am gonna say, Latoya. Usually it's the man that will call and ask his lady friend out on a date, but y'all know this is 2025. Fine. Look, I'm very classy and very demure. You think I went up to LaFonce and asked that nigga out on a date? Hell, fuck no. I'm the lady. I'm classy. I'm the demure one. I don't get up and ask no nigga for a goddamn thing. They come to me, but that's just me. Me and you was raised differently. I was raised by George Sand, a queen. You understand? So we were raised different. I'ma start there. But I mean, look, it was the man's birthday. He ain't trying to spend his birthday with you, girl. And then, I mean, he not. And then the man also got to work, so you just got to take it under the chin, girl. Listen, you was the one dragging your feet until this show came along. Now you trying to rush him out on a date. Girl, don't you rush him. He'll get back with you when he done working and when he done with his birthday festivities, honey. Then y'all could go out and go out for some damn drinks. I ain't like he getting no coochie at the end of it. Hell, he probably ain't even gonna get no damn good night kiss because you so saved and you scared kissing him and sing you to hell and all the rest of that shit. So it's just like, why should he rush? No, ma'am. Manira, I got her name. Manira starts to feel away about Latora, constantly making jokes about her looking younger and all the rest of that stuff. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna come back down to that later. So Labrina brings up why she didn't invite Chloe and Elena, but says that there do need to be a moment for all of them to come together and have fun. So she suggested a pool party, and she invited all of them as well as their husbands to come and all of that good stuff. And then Ro brings up what she heard from Chloe to Latora. Latora, here's another thing from me. She didn't tell that story right. And I wish you would have corrected. Maybe you did and I missed it, but I don't necessarily think you fully corrected exactly what it was that Elena told you about Chloe and what she said. I don't feel as though you really like, well, no, what she said was because of that situation happened, she was still pissed about it. And we was talking, she was venting, and you know how it is, girl. When somebody says something about you and you throw you a little shade, she threw her shade, Elena threw her shade, and that's that. I mean, I don't know. That's the way I would. That's the way I would have came about it, Latoria. I think it's Latoria. That's the way I would have came about it, Latoria. I would have been like, look. Chloe threw her shade first. When me and Alana talked, she threw her shade back, and that's over with. It's a shade for a shade. Like that's what you should have said, if anything. Yeah, she gave me sneaky vibes too. That's why I said I'm gonna get to that at the end. Hold on to your knickers, Ash. So Latoya tells them about calling Devin and asking him on a date. And then Ro asks when was the last time she had sex. She said 3 years ago. And then, Latoya, she starts clamming up and all that shit because she did. And then Ro brings up to Latoya how sometimes she feels like she's being judgmental or she's making her feel uncomfortable, or whatever. And so Latoya says that's crazy to feel that way, because when you're comfortable with who you are, nobody should make you feel like that. Latoya, that's why you're not a therapist, and I'm really gonna need for y'all to stop acting like y'all are. All right. Because if you really knew anything about therapy, you will find out that a lot of the times more often than that, the person that you feel like got it all together and they got all the men's and they know they look good and they know they look pretty, 9 times out of 10, they're the most insecure person that is in your friend group. So just because you may feel as though, well, if you think you're that girl, like for me, that kind of gave passive aggressive tease, and that's the shit I don't like, Latoria. If I'm gonna be honest, that's the shit that I don't like. Because you're looking at her and you're like, oh, well, you're so outspoken and you're so this and you're so that. And so if you're so that, you know, that's not how life works, sweetie. A lot of the times, a lot of people who act like that carry the most insecurities. That's why they act like that. That's why they act like that, Latoria, because they do carry the most insecurities. See, that's why you don't need to be running around out here trying to psychobabble people. I really would have appreciated you more had you just heard her out because it was a way that you made her feel. And even if you didn't feel as though that's what you did, just the fact that she's bringing that up to you, what you should have did was saying, sis, I hear you. I wasn't trying to come off like that, but if I came off like that to you, I apologize. Simple, simple, because it's clear y'all cool, but y'all ain't cool like that. Like you cool, real cool with somebody that she know, but you and her ain't like cool like that. So because of which, that's why y'all are having these issues. And that's why the best way to handle some shit like that is, sis, I hear you, my bad. I ain't mean to make you feel like that. My fault. Sometimes that go a long way. And then a lot of times that makes things so much better. Like 5, 10, 15 minutes later, you forgot all about what happened because y'all cleared that up out the way. Now you're laughing, you're joking, you're lollygagging, you're talking, you're drinking. It like, anyway. And again, Latoya, I got some more for you later on. Chloe inviting Latoya over to celebrate Romeo's birthday, her mangy ass dog, because she's saying the dog ain't got no damn friends. Um, And so she invited Latoya over because Latoya became a dog lady because she's so saved. She can't have no boyfriend because I guess she's scared kissing, rubbing, touching, licking. God forbid he want to eat her coochie at. All that's going to send her slam to the fiery pits of hell. So, she done became a dog mom and all the rest of that foolishness. And so she decided to invite her over because she's saying she'll understand what she's going through and blah, blah, blah. Um, But Chloe brings up how she felt the way about not being invited to the spa with the rest of the ladies. See what I'm saying, Labrina? Like Labrina, that was my whole point. Like they didn't go through nothing that deep to where neither one of them shouldn't have been invited. I mean, I'm just saying, just say you didn't want them to come, but don't make it seem as if because of the energy that girl, what that was nothing. Damn show won't nothing enough to where everybody shouldn't have been invited. But whatever, it's your thing. Do what you do. And then Latoya So Latoya says to Chloe that Rose saying that she feels like she can't be herself around her or whatever the case may be was a trigger for her because when she was younger, because she was bigger than all of the rest of the girls, things that she would say, people would think that she was bullying them or whatever the case may be. Latoya, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I honestly believe that they took it that way because that's what you did. I'm gonna be honest with you, Latoya. I honestly feel that way. I feel like you gave that story, but I felt like you gave it in a way to suit what it is that you're trying to portray. Personally, I believe them people took it exactly the way they took it because that's exactly the way you gave it. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, Latoya, because you kind of showed that at the end of this when it came down to Manira when she was telling you about her feelings. So it's not hard for me to believe that back when you was younger, you were held on wheels with your fat ass. I believe, and it's just jokes, Latoya, but I can believe it. I can. I can believe anybody who felt that way about you back then. They damn sure had the right to feel that way because I really feel like this is what you did. The super sanctified one is Latoya. That's the big girl. That's really what I think. I don't feel as though you ever came off so quiet and so shy because if that was the case, they wouldn't have been scared of you. They wouldn't have felt like you was being this, that thing, and the other. So I'm sorry, Latoya. If you are gonna tell us your story, girl, tell it right, because I don't believe none of that shit you said. Just saying. Your actions down to the last part of this prove that for me. Um, So Ro goes to see Manira. I know her name. So Ro go to see Manira to catch up. And Manira talked about how the little comments from Latoya made her feel away because every time they're together, she makes jokes about that. Listen, at first, Manira, I was like, girl, back. But then you know what, Manira, once you explain, but I feel like this though, Manira, once you explain your situation and my bad y'all, I'm trying to look for this picture for JoJo. Anyway, um while you was trying to explain what you were saying at first, I honestly felt like, girl, you doing way too much. Why is this a thing? Why is this a big deal? Why can't you just take a compliment because it's all the hell it was? But then once you explained yourself and you explained why you felt the way that you felt, I get it. Lord, oh, here we go. I get it because you're an electrician, and for all intent and purposes, that's more so like a male dominated thing. Most of the time, when you call for an electrician, usually it's some overweight white man who never wear a belt around his pants, and so when he's bending down and shit like that, you can see the crack of his ass like he a plumber. That's usually what you get, or you'll usually get a nigga. So when she was explaining herself, I said, you know what, Manira, I get it. I do. I get it. I totally get it. Like when she was saying like how she was above people and she was like a supervisor. And because she was younger, they used to try to little girl her and she's over top these people. Like that I get. So I can get why she's like, look, I mean, look, maybe to you it's a compliment. To me, it's annoying. Please don't do that. Like I feel as though she actually who is this? But that I get it, Manera. Manera is it Manera? I get it, Manera. Apple Juice needs to focus on something else like her family and influence and that little girl comment. Nah, I get her feelings. I get her feelings. I do because she a grown damn woman. And she do, she could pass for a damn college student. So, I could see how you are overly grown ass person, but people still want to try to little girl you. I could kind of understand it. Much like how they was doing Sweet Tea around there to them medicine hoes. And how she was young, she was the youngest out of them, I believe. And every time old ass Jackie had the chance to like try to son her, a little girl her, she did. And y'all saw how Sweet Tea didn't like that shit. She had every reason not to. So no, I kind of get where she coming from with that. My opinion. I do. I kind of get where she coming from with that. I do. I do. Cause you not finna little girl me. You're not finna little girl me. You're not finna little boy me. You're not finna son me. You're not finna do none of that shit because God bless me to still have youthful looks at damn near 40. Now that we're not gonna do. So I understood it. Hold on, child. Let me mute this girl because yeah, snooze that. Snooze that. Because they throwing me off. Anyway, Ro goes to therapy. Appreciate you for going to therapy, Ro. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with going to therapy, black people. If you feel as though you need some help with something and you need to talk to somebody, and you feel as though you can't talk to friends or family, therapy or God, therapy or Jesus, therapy is the next best thing. Because at least with therapy, can't nobody judge you because this person don't know you from a can of paint. So all they can do is tell you the unadulterated, God's honest truth in a nice way. So ain't nothing wrong with you going to therapy. I hope we get to see more of that, Ro. I hope you don't go for one episode and then we never see you in therapy again. I really hope we continue to see this journey. Let this therapy be a part of your story for seasons to come. Give us other shit, but let this be a part of your storyline for seasons to come because you don't know who you're going to be helping just by seeing you go to therapy and you ain't even back that therapy life. So, yeah, we can move on from that. Labrina has a pool party, child, and she invited everybody, including Chloe and Jordan. First and foremost, Jordan is real handsome. Jordan fine as fuck. Be nice. Jordan is fine as fuck. But Chloe, that's way too much young man for you, and I don't necessarily see it happening. Like I see in the next episode, he already about to put a even bigger wedge between you and your son when he was saying, well, you can't always constantly help him. But meanwhile, he got a damn child himself because we found that out later on. And so I wonder if he would feel the same way about his kid that he does about you. See, little things like that, Chloe, I really want you to pay attention to. Because my thing with that, and we ain't even got on that episode yet, but that shit did kind of rub me the wrong way. Because my thing is, if he already knows there's issues and there's trouble behind him, why would he even make that type of thing or that type of statement to cause even more division is beyond me. As fine as he real fine. Yes, he is. But baby, he ain't that goddamn fine. Because I can see now it's always going to be a problem. Just because he said that shit, I can see now it's going to be a problem. And I bet you $5 you can never tell him that about his child because he does have one. Okay, Chloe? Do you understand? I highly doubt he will ever allow you to get away with basically saying, you can't take care of your kid forever. He wouldn't like that shit. Just saying. Yeah, he fine. He fine and all that. But at the end of the day, little shit like that you should pay attention to. Just saying. Um, okay, little shit like that you should really be paying attention to because he shouldn't have even came off like that. He shouldn't. He shouldn't have even came off like that. Now Nico really ain't gonna fuck with him. See what I mean, Chloe? It's putting you in a predicament. Yeah, he's 17 years younger than her, honey. She went around here talking about she want to have more cheering and shit. Girl, why? You got an overly grown, rested ass son that's that nigga age. You got 2 little girls. You don't need to be worrying about having no more cheering, Chloe. You got a lot going on. And then you're very confused. And this is another reason how I know this shit ain't gonna last long. And we'll talk about that down to the end of it. Exactly. That wasn't even his place saying anything about her relationship with her son. Now the son gonna see it and want to fight. That's exactly what I'm saying. Red flag. He was cool. See, that be the issue with these niggas. Y'all be real fine and y'all be cool till you open your mouth. Because 9 times out of 10, you gonna mess around and say some silly shit, and then it's gonna make us look at you like a confused dog. That's why a lot of times it's just best for these fine niggas to just be that. Sit down, look fine. High and bad is really all you need to say. Other than that, the show is about us. Like me, but whatever. Chloe is 44, but her son is out of line too. Her son out of line for not showing up to the grave site. But I can't get mad at the son because more than likely, the son sees the same shit in him that the son has in him. Because Nico give me, he just run around town like wild, like a wildfire. That's really what he give me. And I really feel like her son see the same damn thing in Jordan. And that's why he acting like that. See, that's my point, Chloe. You're dealing with this nigga's peer. All right. You're dealing with his peer. You're dealing with somebody that's either the same age or close to the same age, so he know this shit. Just saying. Just saying. That's that nigga peer. I'm just saying, Chloe. Just saying. A period Taurus moon. Chloe, you is not the only one he's laid up. I can promise you, Chloe. He 27. Ain't no telling what he telling his friends about you or what he got his friends thinking that you are. He 27? Chloe. 27? Chloe, girl, your ass implants is older than that damn boy. Girl, Chloe, your BBL is old enough to be that boy mama. Like, but okay, look, Chloe, look, what I tell you, you get the dick and go and you don't call that nigga no more. You decided to call back. So, whatever. I mean, he fine though, don't get me wrong. But I would not put all my eggs in that basket. I mean, it's a fine basket, but I wouldn't put all my eggs in it. Anyway. Latoria asks Elena, have her and Josh ever thought about renewing their vows? And Labrina doesn't feel like that question should have been answered, considering the situation. But when asked how long he feels as though they should wait until renewing the vows, he say after 20 years. which made Elena feel some kind of way in her confessionals because she started crying and all the rest of that stuff. And so then Elena brings back the question while they were eating crawfish and shit. And asked Josh, why wait till 20? Why not at year 15? Because in year 15, y'all are sleeping in separate bedrooms. In year 15, y'all not fucking each other. At year 15, y'all not doing the type of things that couples and married people do under the sanctity and comfort of their own house. That's why, Elena. Why not year 15? That's why. Did I answer your question for you, Elena? And I hope I answered it real good for you. Like, that was a stupid ass question, in my opinion. Look at what the hell y'all got going on now. You really think a vow renewal is gonna make him, oh, let me now be, girl, he should have did that when you got married the first time. But y'all know that's y'all women. Y'all women think like that. Y'all, you ain't get mad with me. Don't give a shit. Y'all women could be in the middle of some fucked up shit. Bring up marriage, and y'all think that's gonna solve everything. Well, why not year 15? Girl. And I like you, Elena, but don't piss me off. Elena asked Chloe, would she be ready to marry Jordan again? Well, not again. Would she be Would she be ready to be married again to Jordan if he was to ask her? And she said, yeah, she will remarry him right now if she could. And then Labrina said, bitch, slow down. We're still trying to get to know him. Okay, girl, slow down. And this is my thing to you, Chloe. I feel like you're going about the grieving process in the wrong way. I really feel like you think moving on fast with a younger man is somehow going to make not the situation go away, but make you feel better. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, Chloe, I just really don't feel as though you grieve properly. I don't. And I really feel like you think a man is going to help that. And it ain't. It ain't. See, that's why I got so much respect for my mama. Because my mama was a beautiful woman to the day she died. My mama had a lot of male friends that liked her, but my mama never rushed into any damn thing. And she stayed single to the day God called her home, November 12th, 2018. She did. She did. She just want that type. She want the type to just be off in any old thing, do any old thing just cause. Just cause she feel like it's right, or just cause she feel like, oh, let's do this, or just cause it's that. She never did that. Ever. And for me, I just feel as though you're not grieving properly, my opinion. Maybe you feel like you are. To me, you ain't. I feel like you're allowing this man to help you grieve. Wrong move. My opinion. What you do? Um, um, Labrina pulls Jordan to the side, well, us side, to find out his intentions with Chloe, and he claims he really like her. Um, I mean, I suppose Labrina, you know, I don't necessarily do that because my friends ain't fucking them or dating them. I am, so I really don't give look. I really don't give a flying fish's fat ass how Mimi or Nitra or Scotty or Crystal or JoJo or Carl or Tramel or Jeremy or Jamar, Mims, and I love them to death, but I really wouldn't give a flying hoot nanny what the hell they thought. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And I wouldn't be so quick to have my friends question him. Like I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't, especially if that's their first time being around him and all of that. No, I feel like something like that is cool if you've been around him more than maybe 3 times. Let this person get comfortable enough to being around you because you don't know how people could even accept. Most people will tell you straight up, yeah, I want to answer that with you. Like me and her together. Like she cool. That's all that matters. And you would have felt the way about that. See, that's why I don't send my anybody I'm interested in, or I don't send my friends to go grill or question anybody that I'm interested in because that can backfire. Anyway, whatever. So Ro tells the ladies about her therapy session and the homework of trying to figure out how she can connect with all of them individually as an exercise, and all of them think that's a great idea. And Manira brings up how uh, Manira brings up to Latora, however you say her name, about her age jokes and how she doesn't stop with them. And so Latoya says that she thought she was giving a compliment, but Manira says that it never stops. And so Latoya says they can agree to disagree because she's kind of done with it. And then Ro tells her how Manira was looking at it from her vantage point. And then Latoya feels like she was just looking for a target and she went for it. And that was the end of the episode. Here's where I'm going to get you together at, Latoya, because my thing is, just earlier in the episode, you felt the way about what Rose said about you and how her calling you judgmental, which I do feel like you are lightweight, and how much that bothered you. And oh my God, I've been hearing that since I was in grade school. And the girls used to tell me that all the time. And it always made me feel away because I was a bigger girl and I was a darker girl. And it was this, that thing, and the other. But yet, here you have another woman who feels the exact same way you do, different reasons, but it's a childhood thing, and she doesn't like it. And you gonna tell her to her face, oh well, I thought it was a joke. Oh well, let's agree to disagree because I'm kind of done with it. Bitch, excuse yourself. Manir, you better than me. Manir, you is way better than me. You way better than me, Manira. You is a way better than me. If that wasn't the most dismissive shit I've ever heard in my life, while being on the exact same episode, mad at somebody else doing that to you and you didn't like it. So is that what you saying she looked for a target? So my question to you is that why you did that to her? You wanted to make somebody else feel the way you felt like Ro made you feel? Ro wasn't dismissive to your feelings though. You completely disregarded her saying, yeah, you may look at it that way, but I don't. I don't like that shit. Oh, well, we can just agree to disagree because I'm kind of over it. No, I'm kind of done with it. Like I said, Manira, you way better than me. Way better than me. Because no tea, no shade, you deserve to have gotten cussed the fuck out. Latora, you deserved to have gotten what we call cussed the entirety fuck out. Just saying. Had it been me, one of my homegirls, oh baby, we'd have let your ass have it down to that damn pool. We would have let you have it. Cause the nerve. And that is that Christian shit that I don't like. Your feelings mean more than somebody else's because when it was Rose, you didn't give a damn. But now that it's you, oh my God, my feelings and well, I really don't care because so. I don't like that shit, Latora. I don't like that shit. Now I ain't saying I don't like you, but that's a strike. That's a strike. That's a strike. It is, because you giving a very selfish person at this point. You giving, it's my feelings that matter. Everybody else's, if I don't agree with it, then it just is what it is. But you gotta care about my feelings. You gotta care about how I feel. You gotta care about what this, that, and that going on, because I'm so spiritual. Girl, you not that fucking special. God know all our names. Uh, uh, other than no truth, just lies with no face, and her raggedy ass mammy. Other than them two skid bitches, he know everybody name. Latora, you're not special, honey. Like that kill me. And another thing, if you're gonna be that type of a prude, then don't come the fuck around. These women like to have fun. They like to talk about dick. They like to talk about nuts. They like to talk about cum. They like to talk about all of the things of the things. So if you're gonna be like that, then you're the one that should separate yourself, not them. Why make yourself uncomfortable? If you feel as though talk about sex gonna send you slam to the gates of hell, then get away from them. See, I agree with the therapist when she told Ro, keep being who you are, because the people that can't handle that are people that you don't need around. So yeah, I agree. Ro, keep being yourself and don't change for nobody. Latoya, you pissed me off. Latoya, you pissed me off. You did. You did, Latoya. You pissed me off. And there was a lot of people who felt like you was gonna be the one to piss me off. And I said, no, I kind of like Latoya. She cool. The passive aggressiveness, the holier than thou, the I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to talk about that. Girl, stay home. Stay home. If you that holy, sanctified, and Holy Ghost filled, stay home. Change your friend group. Like me, I have a ratchet friend group. I have a gay friend group. I have a best friend group. I have a church crew. I have a church crew. I chill with them when we had to go around singing some damn where, and we decided that we wanted to go out to eat, or we decided that we wanted to go to somebody's house and they was gonna cook and all the rest of that. Boom. That's when we chill. We talk about church shit. Literally. We talked about church shit. We talked about who shouted first. We talked about who got slain first. We talked about who spoke in tongues first. Like, that's what we do. We sit around and we talk about church shit. And then everybody go home. And then the next day, I get around my ratchet friends and we talk about what the ratchet friend group got going on. Or I go with my co-worker group and we talk about what the co-worker group got going on. Like, but see me, I'm multifaceted. I can sit in any of my friend groups and be my goddamn self, even when it come down to the Christian, even when it come down to my Christian friends. I cuss, I smoke, I drink, I cuss a bitch out. I'll do whatever the hell I gotta do because it's me. That's me. See, I'm a lot like Ro. Yeah, I have different friend groups, but baby, I don't change myself for nobody. If you don't like it, you don't like it, fuck you. But my folk like it. It is what it is. You have a church crew? Yes, I have a church crew. Yes, Michelle. What? You think because I'm gay and sissified that I ain't never been in church? What? You think because I get up here and cuss a raggedy bitch and her mammy out that somehow means I'll go? Yes, ma'am. I was born and raised in church like my mama. I was AME and then I became Baptist. Okay, and stayed Baptist. Yes, I have a church group. Yes, back in Virginia. Yes, it's a lot of us. Okay, a lot of us. Like, I'm a Pisces. I got friend groups, different friend groups for different days, for whatever I need them for. No, it has nothing to do with gay. Girl, you ratchet. Yeah, I'm ratchet as the fuck. What that mean? I know where my help comes from. I know where he'll to look to. What that mean? It's a bunch of ratchet hoes that be shaking ass on Saturdays and right in the choir stand in their robe with a hangover on Sundays. I was one of them. Okay. I was one of them ones. I'll be in the club throwing my ass in the circle for a real nigga one time, knowing I gotta be up at 7 o'clock to make it to the 8 o'clock service at 8, because bitch, we gotta sing. I was one of them ones. That's how we did it. Okay. Yeah, we got church. We got a life too, bitch. When we going? All right, we'll be back home in time enough to get a good nap. Okay. Take a shower so we don't be smelling like the alley. Okay. And we'll go slam the New Hope. Because I was at New Hope around this time. I wasn't at Queen Street no more. I was at New Hope. This is back when I was in college. Okay, and we'll go slam the New Hope. We'll get in the car, go slam the New Hope. Gotta sing. Me. And I sung in the praise team, so I had to be there earlier than everybody. Hung over. Ain't ate nothing. More than likely just threw up before it was time for me to be on stage at the mic for praise and worship. Okay, I remember them days, but I went. Okay. And I do not feel bad because I still got my ass up and went. Hurting and all, head banging and all, fucked up stomach and all. I went and stayed for the whole service. Now I paid for it later on, but I still went. Thank you for your $4.99. Y'all ain't know his slogan, he a Christian, but a cussing one. Y'all ain't been here long enough. Right. I'm considered a cussing Christian, baby. I will cuss your ass out. But that don't mean I lie, that I ain't no Christian and all that stuff. Yeah. I sung in the choirs. I was a praise dancer. I was a faith team. I was a mime. I was on praise team. I did all of the things that all of the other church queens did. Okay. Did all of the things that the other church queens did. But LOL, I'm back and I definitely was here when he was talking about the truth. And just like anyway, I don't reach my hour. Shout out to all of y'all for being here, rock with me for this. We had over 100. Al Horford has made an official decision to sign with Golden State Warriors for next season. Who cares, Al? Really? Al, I swear to God, you older than me and I'm 37. Shouldn't you be retired at this point? I ain't mad, Al Horford. Carry your ass on, bitch. I can't stand no deserters. My bad, y'all. Al Horford, old tired ass, then decided to sign with Golden State. Y'all know he was playing for the damn Celtics, and this pompous motherfucker want to sign with Golden State as if they won a damn championship. Al, suck dick. Anyway, that's it. That's it. Because this shit really just pissed me off. That really just pissed me off. With that having been said, I'm gone. Because I ain't got no time. I ain't got no time for none of these niggas. I told y'all, they all trash. I got half a man to go straight. Would y'all still like me if I decided to go straight? And I really want to know. I really want to know. Would y'all still rock with me? Would y'all still like me if I decided to just pop up here with a girlfriend? Or would y'all be like, nigga, this ain't you? The fuck going on? Like, how would y'all feel about that? Would y'all still rock with me? I can't keep the same energy. I'll be straight. So it ain't no more grad and all this. Ain't no more none of that. The fans and all of that ain't no more none of that. Cause see, I'll be straight. No, it's none more of that. None. You'll get the straight tea. That'll probably be boring. It would. That'll probably be boring because I swear gays have more fun. It'll probably be real boring. I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna talk about sports. I'm gonna talk about wrestling. I might talk about politics or something like that. Okay. I get a, I'll probably be on Chaucer White Skeletor side and stuff like that. It'll be content like that. Would y'all still be around? Nope, ain't no roast either. Cause I'm a straight nigga. Straight niggas ain't got no time for roasting. They don't. They ain't got no time for roasting. They too busy making money. I mean, I'm too busy making money, but y'all know what I mean. Nah, straight niggas don't do all that. Straight niggas don't argue, they gonna fuck you up. So no, it wouldn't be none of that. No, no roles, no more roles, no more gags. Maybe a slight read doing the review, but it's real slight. Probably won't even be funny, like any other straight nigga. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. I ain't went over my hour. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I totally appreciate y'all for the cash. I mean, not the cash app. The super chats. I totally appreciate it. Thank y'all for the likes. 85 likes. We had over 100 people. I'll take it, I guess, because it is this show. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Leg you. That.